Hey now, welcome to Freedom Sufferer Cards video number 450. I sit down, man. And today, it is time for the NHL Round 3 Playoff Preview. That's the Final Four. I said 4 more teams standing, man. I cannot wait to watch these epic matchups. And we will start with the Western Final. Oh, man. You want to talk about star power, man? You're going to see it here. It will be the Colorado Avalanche going up against the Edmonton Oilers, man. The Avs just came off of a 6-game win against the St. Louis Blues. They won 4-2, and the Oilers 4-1. Madness! Did not expect that, did not see that coming. We will tell you how that happened shortly. First, let us line up the matchups and start with Colorado. Led by Nathan MacKinnon. I said star power, man. 10 games played, 13 points, 8 of which were goals. He was a +6. No game-winning goals, though, but he had a beauty to complete the hat trick. Madness, absolute madness. Nathan MacKinnon showing up over a point a game, 13 points in 10 games. Followed Captain Gabriel Landeskog. I said star power, man. 11 points in 10 games, also over a point a game, 6 goals, +7. Talk about reliable. 1 game-winning goal so far in these playoffs. Followed by Mikko Rantanen. Rantanen, all he's done is pick up 11 points in 10 games. 10 of those points are helpers. Assist machine. +1. He's got to work on that a bit. No game-winning goals, but he keeps feeding the puck. You don't need game-winning goals. And the game breaker choice from last round, Nazem Kadri. And did he ever break the game, man? 10 games played, 10 points. We got 4 forwards there at or above a point a game. Beautiful number to 250. We're talking about star power, man. He caused some controversy by going into Binnington, and he was pushed in. He did not do his best to get out of the way, and since then has received death threats and stuff that has no place in hockey. Believe me, especially with what's happened lately in the U.S., having to have the police involved. Madness. It was an unfortunate play. It was hardly the dirtiest thing that man has done. He plays on the edge, still a point a game, +5, and he had a game-winning goal. Seems like the team is rallying around him, and on defense. Led, bam, star power, man. Beautiful young guns there of Cale Makar. 10 games played, 13 points, 3 goals, +7. Talk about reliable. And one of those 3 goals was a game winner. Talk about offense from the defense. It continues. Also on D, you got Devin Taves shown here with the Islanders. Future watch, 10 games played, 8 points. Almost a point a game. 4 goals. 4 goals from Mr. Taves. +6. Reliable defense. 0 game-winning goals, but no problem at all. Another one of my game breakers, Mr. Bowen Byram, if he could stay healthy. He has been healthy. 10 games played. He's got 6 points, all of which were assists, but he's a +7 as well. Love seeing Mr. Bowen Byram healthy and playing and contributing. And in goal, shown here with the Coyotes, a nice Artifacts base card. Darcy Kemper came back, 9 games played, 6 wins, 2 losses, man. Not too shabby at all. Goals against average of .244, and the save percentage of 90.4% of the time he's going to stop it. 0.904, that's the way it works. Just trying to simplify it for the people that don't really know the hockey jargon. We got Pavel Francouz, man. 2 games played, 2 wins, no losses. Goals against average of under 3. It's just under 2.97. Save percentage of 0.902. 90.2%. Pretty formidable backup there. And now, we got who I think will be the game breakers. I don't have a card of Mr. Lehkonen, but he's one of them. He's quietly contributed 5 points in 10 games, 4 of which are goals. He's a +5, and he's had a game-winning goal. So look out for him to continue that as well, man. A little bit under the radar when you got all that star power. You need that secondary and third and fourth line chipping in. Bam! That's where this man came in, talking about third or fourth line. They're in the helm, man. 10 games played, 2 points. One here with the Red Wings. But one of those points was a goal, which was a game-winning goal, and it was the biggest one you can have. Outstanding there in helm. Expect him. He's tasted that glory. Expect him to try and make a difference again. And again, we're going back to Nico Sturm. Yes, he's only got 1 point. He's played 6 games of the 10. He's a +1. But I had a vision of him scoring a big goal. I thought it was going to be with the Wild. Will it be a Final Four series and finals clinching goal? We shall see. We shall see. And as far as their injuries, very scary injury to Mr. Girard. They're labeling it as a chest injury. Looked more like face. I don't know. It was rough. He's out for the playoffs, most likely. Not good, not good. So how are you going to go against all of that star power? Well, to offer up even more ridiculous star power, Edmonton Oilers. Everyone was saying, the Calgary coach was quoted as saying, "We got beat by one guy." Sure, that may be slightly possible, but there was more than one destroying the numbers here. Of course, we are going to start with Mr. Star Power, man, shown here, getting that glory with Team Canada. 12 games played, 7 goals, 26 points. I said Star Power, man. 26 points, over 2 points a game, 19 assists. He's +19. He's +19. 1 game-winning goal. You did not only get beat by one man, but those numbers, unreal. So, that's just one guy. Look at number 2 here. I said Star Power, man. Leon Draisaitl, 12 games played. These numbers look a little bit familiar. 7 goals. Pretty good. 26 points as well. I said 19 helpers, man. Star Power. Leon Draisaitl, exactly the same numbers. 26 points, over 2 points a game. Can you understand? Do you understand? He's a +7. Not a ridiculous +19. +7. 1 game-winning goal. As far as I could check, in 2 rounds, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl have only won 2 games. So where did all the other offense come from? Bam! Vander Kane, 12 games played. I'm not saying this incorrectly here. 12 games played, 12 goals. I said down, man. Only 3 assists, but when you're getting 12 goals in 12 games, you're getting a goal a game. Doesn't matter. 15 points, over a point a game. Again. +7. +7. 2 game-winning goals. Vander Kane has been the game-breaker choice for a while, and you see why. And not to be lost in this shuffle. Bam! Beautiful. Zach Hyman shown here with the Leafs. Young Guns, 12 games played, 12 points, also at a point a game, 8 big goals, man. +6. 1 game-winning goal. Looks to me like there's quite a few people contributing here. And we go to the defense. Bam! Evan Bouchard. 12 games played, 8 points, 3 goals. None of them game winners. He's a -3 though. He's got to work on that. However, last round, the leading point getter on the Oilers was Mr. Cody Ceci. Bouchard has now taken that over. Cody Ceci in 12 games played, 1 goal, 7 points. That goal is a game winner though, and he is a solid +9. Unreal. You're wondering who changed things on the defense for the Oilers. They had to bring in one of those grizzled vets, man, those gray beards, and there he is, man. Longtime rival Duncan Keith has helped out. Chipped in 5 points in 12 games, 1 goal. He's a -3, but he's helping settle down that defense and that team. He's keeping them under control, man. You want to talk about control? Bam! Mike Smith. He had a fumble with his puck control, sort of lost it and let in a horrible goal, which usually can cost your team the whole series. But what happened? He shut the door down. 12 games played, 8 wins, 3 losses, goals against average of 2.70, man, and a 92.7 save percentage, .927, unreal. Did I mention he's like 40 years old? He also picked up a couple of shutouts. And that's solid. You want him playing because the guy behind him has not fared so well. In the 2 games he's played, 0 wins, 1 loss, a goals against average of 5.26, down, man. And a save percentage of 86.5. That is not good enough. Not good at all, man. He has already said he is going to be going overseas, I believe Switzerland, after this year. Sort of had it with the NHL. He wants to end his career back home somewhere, man. And now we're going to go to the game breakers. The Nooch, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 12 games played, 4 goals, 11 points, just under a point a game, +1, 1 game winner, man. Expect the Nooch to get some big goals, man. And this man, shown here in a foily blueprint, is he part of that blueprint? Offense from the back end there, man. We got Mr. Barry. Take a look here. Talking about career highs, none of those numbers will matter because if he gets a Stanley Cup, that's what everyone's going to remember. Tyson Barrie, 12 games played, 1 goal, which happens to be a game winner. +2, 4 points. Nothing too crazy. And when things start to get out of control, which probably will, tempers start to flare, things starting to get hairy, man. You need somebody to settle that down. You need somebody to bring the baldness to all that hairy party, man. Josh Archibald. Spread the baldness, brother. I'm talking 11 games played, man. 1 assist, no goals. 1 point, -4. Obviously no game winners, but with that baldness, settling down all that hairy action, man, expect him to just come in, untampered with no tangles in that baldness, man, and go right in and get that game winner. Sit down. Yeah. Now who's going to win? Who's going to win the series? I'm thinking. Again, I was hoping I was wrong with Edmonton. I picked Calgary. I did pick Calgary. Edmonton won. I want to be wrong again. I just don't see them beating Colorado. I would love to be wrong. But I see Colorado taking it in 6. Please prove me wrong, Oilers. All right. Man. Now it is time for the Eastern Final. All right. Another hard-fought series has come to an end. I had to wait about 5 a.m. and I'm filming the remainder, the last playoff matchup today, man. The day of airing. And it was quite a series, won by the New York Rangers over the Carolina Hurricanes in 7. And and they will be facing the defending back-to-back champions, Tampa Bay Lightning, who swept the Florida Panthers 4-0. Which brings my predictions last round to 2-2. I was wrong on the Oilers Flame series, and I was wrong on the Rangers Kane series, but I did struggle. I changed my mind like 3 times on that preview, and you see why. 7 games. Now, how are the New York Rangers going to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning if they can? It will start with this man, Foily Dang Madness, man. Mika Zibanejad, 14 games played, 7 goals, 19 points, man. He's just even. No game winners, but that's a game-winning attitude right there, man. Over a point a game. He's not a minus player. Kopp came in second there in his points with 18 points in 14 games. I still can't cop me a card at all. 13 of those 18 points were assists. He was a +2 and did pick up a game winner. But of course, a big deal of that offense came from this man. 14 games played, 8 goals, 11 points. Dropped off a bit. He's still a minus. He's a -1. He did have 3 game winners, though. Playing a dangerous game. Live by the sword and die by the sword. And this man, we have yet to see his best. He has played 14 games played. He's got 11 points, 4 goals. We're talking about the bread man. We are talking about star power, man. Also a -1. 1 game winner. These forwards got to really come back. You're going to need that against Tampa if you see how they play. But the back end, we got a huge star in the back end who is outshining the defensive leader of the Lightning. We got 14 games played, 5 goals, beauty blue border here, O-Peachy card. 18 points, yeah, 18 points, man, in 14 games played. 1 point away from the lead, and he's a defenseman. 13 helpers, 5 goals, 1 of them game winner, and he's a plus player, +2. Very rare on this Rangers team. Majority of them seem to be minus. Will that be a problem? We shall see. Another defenseman making noise here. Keandre Miller. He's young, but he's playing big minutes, man. He's a -1, 5 points, got a goal. The rest are helpers. He is looking sharp from the back end there. Of course, a big drop-off in points and defensive points when you got 18 for Fox and 5 for Miller. No problem at all, man. You got this dude right here. Igor Shesterkin. 14 games played, 8 wins, 5 losses, no shutouts. Goals against average getting back to a respectable number here. Last round, it was at 3.67. Now it is 2.68. Big improvement. His save percentage last round was 91.1. Still solid, but now it's 92.8. He has picked up his game in a big way, man, and that's going to be needed. It's going to be needed going up against Vasilevsky. We got an interesting Russian goalie matchup there. And if he does falter a bit, and I mean, all 14 games he's played, but he was pulled in 2 of those games. Alexander Georgiev. The numbers are still the same. 2 games played. He didn't play a minute last round. This past round. No wins, 1 loss in his 2 games he came in relief. Goals against average of 2.03 and a save percentage of 93.5. You cannot go wrong there, man. And the game breakers. Well, there was Ryan Strome, who picked up 9 points in 14 games played. Did have a game-winning goal. 2 of his goals. 1 of those goals happened to be a game winner, and he was a +2. But I did mention Mr. Lafreniere. All he's done is pick up 7 points in 14 games. Check that out, man. 2 goals. 5 assists. He picked up a point. The opening goal in Game 7. I did say he's a big game player throughout his whole career. Not too shabby at all, laughing. But my number 1 game breaker pick every round for the Rangers. Filipito Acid. Holy Sheetle, man. He picked up, in 14 games played, 6 points. You think, wow, that's not that much. Last round, coming into that Pittsburgh, he had 1 goal, which happened to be a game-winning goal. And I did mention, once you get that game winner, you taste that glory, man. Well, in this past round against the Hurricanes, that 1 goal jumped up to 5 goals, man. Those 2 points jumped up to 7 points. And 2 game winners. He remains the game breaker pick for me. Unreal. Game difference. I mentioned it too against Pittsburgh. Jacob Trouba, Acid, big man on a little sticker, man. Took out Sid, and he did it again on Seth Jarvis. Huge, high hit. He contacted shoulder to shoulder, but it was high, and these are the kinds of hits that are just borderline. They're being taken out for a reason. Trouba's a big man. Seth Jarvis is young and not a big man at all. He got rocked. Had to leave the game. But that is a guy that could make a big, huge difference. And we're not talking about the points. He's only got 4 points. He's a +2. Only got 1 goal. We're talking about those timely hits. Tampa Bay's got to keep their heads on a swivel. All right. But let's all be honest here. Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning, led by Mr. Kucherov. To take a view from the ice here on this foily dang madness, man. 11 games played. 15 points, still over a point a game, 11 assists. He's got 11 helpers, 1 per game. 4 goals he chipped in as well. Of course, no game winners, and he's an even player. So maybe this plus-minus thing will even out. We shall see. Then you got Ross Colton in 11 games. He picked up 8 points, under a point a game, but pretty solid. 2 game-winning goals out of the 5 he scored. Bam! 11 games played, 4 goals, 8 points. Again, under the point a game. 0 game winners. I'm telling you, that series against the Leafs was something else. Why did the Leafs give them a hard time? Because of their depth. Because of their relentless offense. Tampa Bay did not have it. The depth wasn't there. I don't know why. They got swept in 4 games. Unreal. Night and day difference between round 1 and round 2. And you got Stammer. Always key. 11 games played, 4 goals, 8 points, +2. Again, under a point a game. But what has he been doing? In those 4 games that they swept, the difference between those 2 teams and every other team left in the playoffs, that goes for the Rangers, is their big players. Stamkos was blocking shot after shot. Even Kucherov. Their big players were doing what it took to win. They put their bodies on the line. And that's why they've won 2 back-to-back cups, and nobody has beaten them. Nobody in the last 2 years in the playoffs. Man, this guy had a big part in that success. In 11 games played, he's 10 points, almost at a point a game. Picked it up a bit. Only 2 goals still. He's an even player with no game-winning goals. The best plus-minus of all the people just mentioned was Palat. He's a +3, and Stammer was a +2. Everyone else is even or minus. Still suffering from that Leaf series. Because Florida did not much in the ways of hurting the numbers. I'll tell you that much. Then you got Ryan McDonough. Big drop off in points there. 11 games played, +4, but he's 4 points, but he's a +5. Did chip in with a goal. That +5 is key. Playing against his old team. And this guy turned it around big time. Vasilevsky, shown here in a portrait. 11 games played, 8 wins, 3 losses, 1 shutout, goals against average of 2.23, save percentage of 93.2. That is insane, considering what his numbers were at just before that. I mean, you want to talk night and day. He had a goals against average of 3.4, brought it down to 2.23. He had a save percentage of 89.7 and rose that up to 93.2. Now, come on. That's a big difference. He's looking like the Vasilevsky of old. Of course, he doesn't have the Leafs to worry about. Anyway, man, that's the only goalie I have to talk about because the backup has not played a single minute. And we've got the game breakers. First name, last name, man. Nick Paul. 11 games played, 6 points, +4, very solid +4 on Tampa there. 2 goals, 1 game winner. He did not change much in that last series. He did play solid defensively. Then you got Mr. Corey Perry, shown here with the Ducks in a Premier, I believe. Yep, Premier card, base card. This dude he's just ageless. 11 games played, 5 goals, 6 points, -2, but he's still contributing. He's another one blocking shots at his age. Just getting under the skin of people. He's brought a lot of different aspects of his game to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it's fit in like a beauty. Like a beauty! Of course, you got Braden Point. That sweep against the Panthers has given him time to heal up that leg. Will he be ready? We shall see. Because in the 7 games he played, contributed 4 points, did contribute a game-winning goal, and he also contributed a -6. Dude, man, -6. That's not what you need in the playoffs, but again, who knows what's going to happen? Plus and minus across the board for both teams. It's pretty much a wash. And the injuries, yeah, with the Rangers, they got Sammy Blais still, injured reserve knee, and with Tampa, you got the aforementioned Braden Point, day to day, with the leg injury. So now it is time for my prediction. Do you really need to hear it? Tampa Bay is going to win this one. I'm sorry, Brian LCS and all you other Rangers fans out there. Got a magical run. But I think Tampa's just got too much. They've got the experience. They're going to teach the Rangers a hard lesson. And it's going to happen in 5 games. That's my prediction there, man. All right. I hope you enjoyed this preview. Thank you so much. They've been getting shorter and shorter. And the next time, there will only be 2 teams standing. That's exciting. All right. If you enjoyed this, please give the video a like. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. And leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on these picks. I would appreciate that greatly. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of those around you. And I will see you all soon. Peace.
Learn to be a pro at Scotty's house. Uncle Scotty's got it figured out. Yeah. He's got the wicked Hogan hair, but he don't care. Scotty is succeeding everywhere. Mexican, Colombian, Alaskan man. Whose pelletons on a Christmas tree, he's in the man. Alaskan man, Mexican, Colombian, Alaskan man. Yeah. Look at him go. Mexican, Colombian, Alaskan man. saving the world. Yeah, day by day. Yeah. Mexican, Colombian, Alaskan man. Scotty Gomez, saving the world one day at a time. Day by day.